YouTube. Welcome to my channel from the humid and the hot streets of the Big Apple. Today's a beautiful day in New York City, and I'm here to just give you all maybe a very early warning of something that can be extremely useful for architects, or something that could be extremely detrimental to architects, depending on how you look at it and depending on how depending on hard you would like to work to implement this. There is a little company in New York City called The Living, who is looking to replace what you do. Now, as I said, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. And this also comes with a little story that happened somewhere in the 70s, I believe. My dad was a drafter, a technical drafter. And he worked with engineers doing structural drawings. And one day, the main engineers in the company came in with this little beige box. And they showed it to the drafters. And what they said was not very nice. They said, "Here, boys, this is your replacement." And ever since then, the construction industry has been changed. Now we have tools like AutoCAD and other applications that aid us in the design of our buildings. However, although these tools allow us to draw lines more quickly and interact with some types of models and other consultants at the same time, the integration of these tools into the industry is not holy. It's very partial, and most of the industry is still using some glorified form of drafting, like AutoCAD. Now, this brings me back to what I wanted to talk about, which is this little company called The Living. This is a small architecture studio, which I believe was started by this architect named David Benjamin, or Benjamin David, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I forgot what his name is. By the way, look, beautiful Hudson Yards here. This guy has been implementing algorithms for architectural design, and it's incredible. It's a very, very promising tool. It's so promising that the biggest software producer in the construction industry bought this little architecture studio. Autodesk, yes. They bought this little architecture studio. I'm not sure when the purchase was or how much it was for, but they can see that what they're doing there is part of the future of construction and architecture. So basically what this tool is a tool where algorithms and artificial intelligence are used to do schematic design of buildings. And it can create thousands and thousands of iterations in the amount of time that you crank out 2 on AutoCAD. Now, as I said, this could be an incredible opportunity for most people that are willing to learn this tool. And Autodesk might even come out with some piece of software that makes it easy for professionals to use. But the truth is that there will be people that will not want to adapt to this new paradigm shift. And they will fall behind. Just like people who did not want to learn how to use AutoCAD and kept drafting by hand fell behind and eventually forgotten. So if you're an architect, I'd like to let you know and command you, I implore you that you go and look up this company called The Living and see what their projects are doing. Specifically, the one for an office in Toronto. Actually, the Autodesk office in Toronto. And see what they're doing. It's very early, very, very early. That's why I think this is good. It seems as though they might still be a ways ahead for something like this to be implemented, as it looks as though they might not even know exactly where this type of design will fit in. But please do look them up and start thinking about this. Start thinking about how computers will take over more of your job and maybe even liberate you to do better things. Or maybe even get rid of you. Think of those things. If you're willing to adapt and learn these new tools of the trade, maybe we can do better design. Or maybe not. This is an ongoing talk that I want to have on this channel. I do not know the answers. All I know is that there's something brewing in the industry, and it's still early that we can learn. So make sure you look up The Living, a company bought by Autodesk.